The Winston Eagle is not the only boat starting on the outside. Lane number 4 is the Miss Budweiser, Chip Hanauer. He's not used to being that far out either. There's the green flag, and we're off and running. Watch the T Plus on the inside. There goes Winston Eagle and the Miss Budweiser trying to break the pack. But it's Steve David in the T Plus. As you look at those buoys fly by, he has taken over the lead. The other boats way far to the outside. Miss Budweiser trying to close down and try to take second place. He's got it for the moment, but he's got to keep an eye on the inside boats.
It's a whole traffic jam coming off of corner number 2 down the back chute with Pearl City in the background, and the lead boat, as we look inside the cockpit, is the T Plus. Remember, this is a full 5-lap final. The preliminaries were only 3 laps.
Steve David told me the T Plus boat is at its best, at its fastest, when you let it have its head. And look at this. He is right on the edge with that thing. He's having some fun.
I used to announce races where Steve David was driving in the small limited hydroplanes, and he did the same thing. He'd hang it right out on the ragged edge. He is leading. Miss Budweiser now in second place trying to catch him. Winston Eagle back in third place. Remember that points battle with the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Kellogg's right now is behind him back in fourth.
And here we see Chip Hanauer being buffeted around in that boat. And as you said, Jim, he's not used to being that far outside in all that kind of rough water.
Anytime you're back in third, fourth, or fifth place after you go through the first turn, you're going to be in sloppy water. Right now, Chip Hanauer in the Budweiser has his work cut out for him trying to catch the T Plus.
Back in fifth place, it's American Spirit, the Payless American Spirit, with Mark Evans on board. Back in sixth place, Nate Brown in the Tide. They may be just waiting to see if any of the lead boats go down. Now, here's the T Plus. He's coming down hard and fast. You can see how loose he is in the water. He loves to have that boat fly high. Good speed. He holds it up. He's got himself positioned right where he wants to be to take the challenge of the Miss Budweiser.
And no one has to tell Hanauer he must make his move right now. If he's got any more horsepower, he's got to use it. If he can drive braver, well, he's got to do that. And Jim, Steve David in the T Plus boat is maybe on a record pace right now.
160.4, Steve, in lap number 1. He's going so fast. You look at that rooster tail ahead of him. He's about to lap the Oberto, which is the 7th place boat here on the course.
Steve David is having a great day, and he's just holding on there. Now the battle is for the second place points over the season between the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes and the boat that now leads him, the Winston Eagle. Let's watch these two for a moment as they battle it out. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, strong all day, is coming on, and he passes them. Now remember, he's got the points lead by about 21 points, so all he has to do is hold on. Whichever of these two boats finishes first ahead of the other one, that's going to be the second place in the season points for that boat. So it's really a battle that both of them want to win. Mike Hansen has got command of it at the moment, but don't ever count out the Winston Eagle and Mark Tate. That boat has plenty of power to come up on the inside. The only thing I got to tell you is Kellogg's Frosted Flakes has had one of the best days of racing it has ever experienced. It's got a couple of wins under its belt, and of course, don't forget, that was the boat that won in San Diego. Still in second place. Remember, we told you, Chip Hanauer not used to coming in from the 4th lane. He has got second place to this boat. Steve David, who had the position set up for him. He was in lane number 1 on the pole. He's coming around for the checkered flag. Steve David apparently ready to take this race from start to finish, and he does. Well, this is something to talk about. Steve David wins the first race of the year in Louisville, Texas. Now comes to Honolulu and wins the last race of the year. It has been a day for Steve to remember.
And he won it in a world record time for a 12.5-mile race, 154.025 miles per hour. It's official. The Kellogg's boat will go down in the books as second in points. Mark Tate in the Winston Eagle will have to settle for third. All in all, one of the best finals.